Well, welcome back from that short musical break, and that is our guest Fonye. He is seated right here with us, and he is a record producer, singer, songwriter, and an audio engineer as well. And it's a privilege to have him here because listening to his sound, it's quite different, and I really want to find out what comprises of his sounds, what he goes through with his writing and everything, and exactly what project he has coming up. So welcome to Entertainment Review. I must say your style is unique as well and the same as your music.
That's the whole idea.
I know. So when it comes to your sound, what genre will you put your sound?
I would say I like blending a lot, but then I never leave out the Ghanaian element.
Okay.
I would say Ghanaian because that's where I'm from. So I like doing a lot like world music, Afrobeats, but then you find a fusion of high life, hip life in there. I never leave out the Ghana aspect of it. And I try to explore different sounds as much as possible.
Your name, Fonye.
Yes, please.
I was thinking that you be giving us some Ewe songs, but I went through your YouTube and I'm like, okay, English, and all that.
Yeah, in terms of music, they say music itself is a language. But then you still have to let the people understand what you're saying, a wide range of the people understand what you're saying. Ghana is an Anglophone country, so I also try to let a wide range of the audience understand what I'm saying. But then again, in terms of my background, I'm called Fonye. My mom gave me that name.
Okay.
But then I was actually brought up in the Equiapem tree.
Oh,
my mom is,
interesting.
yeah, my mom's mom is Equiapem, so that's where I was brought up. So yeah, I speak the Ewe a little bit, but not all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Now, when I went through your YouTube, your videos, your song, it's different, it's nice, and I was amazed that it's the first time I'm hearing about you. And I even went to check you out because you were coming on the show. I was like, okay, this is talent. Why are we not hearing about him?
Oh,
What do you think is the problem?
Because
Because you're good.
I believe it's time. It's about time. And everybody has their own time to shine. And destiny delayed is not destiny denied. So I've actually been doing this for a very long time.
Wow.
But I believe it's all time. You just have to continue with your energy and work. Just put in the work.
How many years now?
Since 2012.
No.
Since 2012.
2012.
More than a decade.
Yeah.
Technically, it's 2009, but then professionally, I started in 2012.
Wow.
2012.
As a producer,
and
first of all.
Yeah, and as a producer, you've worked with Stoneboy, you've worked with Beku, you've worked with quite a number of
I've been
people.
working.
You've been working.
Yeah, Jumapa.
Why, these days the producers want to.
I know, right?
Is it that the music has become more lucrative than the beat making or what?
That's a perception. I think Dr. Dre has always still released his own music. This has gone way back to even Timbaland. So it's not new. People say it as if it's now that
But in Ghana
producers
here, I
want-
think it's more now that producers are coming up.
Though we have seen people move from singing to rather producing, the likes of Richie, who used to sing, but then right now he has moved to producing. So
And
I think it's changing.
Magnum too was a producer.
Yeah,
right?
he was a producer too. But well, it's good that you can make the beats yourself. I'm sure sometimes when you make the beats and you see some artists spoiling the beat, you're like, I
can
do
do
this,
that.
I do it better.
with producers, I feel whenever we start, when we want to actually do music, we bring out something unique. And at the end of the day, that's what is like the prerogative here. It should be unique as much as possible. You mentioned Magnum. When Magnum actually released his own music, it skyrocketed.
Yeah.
The Fields, the Nigerian producer,
Yeah.
when he dropped his own single, it skyrocketed. But then he was underrated as a producer. That's another thing that goes on in Africa. Producers are underrated until they actually now, get out of the studio and start putting out their own music. That's when people be like, oh, okay. But even in the beginning, they are not really accepted as artists
like that.
until they push to get to that level. But every producer is actually a musician. They have to just start bringing out their music and become big before.
So you think that is what happened with you, that you feel like, okay, as a producer, you're underrated. So let me come out with my own music and then people can recognize me.
Well, even before I got my biggest record as a producer, I've always been writing my own songs. I've always been doing music. like on the side, it was not out, but then the production side actually got the light. I produced for Coded. Coded, they paint them. That's one of the most prominent works.
You produce them?
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow.
So yeah, we've just been working. The whole creation process, production is part of it, writing is part of it, engineering is all part of the creation.
Beautiful.
In its entirety. So
the kind of music that you make, do you think that it's the one? Because in the studio, I'm sure you could play some biscuit, and it will be a hit. And one time, everybody will be jamming to it. Your song will be everywhere.
Yeah, very.
So why do you want to, just do the one that, not so much attention?
Well, I have a perfectionist. I will call myself a perfectionist. When I want to put something out, it has to be good. It has to be brilliant. So I don't want to just do music that people will just jam to and the next day will be out. I want to do something that will stick in 50 years. You listen to it, and then it's still fresh, original. And it has to do with all the high life songs, like all the indigenous African songs that we heard too. Those are songs that a lot of time was spent to it to make it unique as possible. And that's what I subscribe to. I don't do that young konkwa type of music.
But generally, what's your perception of the Ghanaian music industry as a producer and now as a musician?
That's actually a brilliant question. Yes, we are doing well, except from the fact that we don't have enough support. Yes. And when I mention support, I mean the system, the structure is not in place to support. Let's say a Ghanaian is doing music and is just fixated in Ghana alone. That artist will be the most brokest artist ever. Because the system is not in place to actually pay the creator, the producer, the artist. They have to now look at like maybe South Africa, maybe in the international worldwide territories before they can get paid for their music, and that's bad.
Very.
Music being played on radio, clubs, where it's all free. They just use artists' music for free, and artists don't get paid. But then Ghanaian artists are resilient. They are still producing. They are still working, and that's one thing that's keeping the music industry, going.
So that means, as an artist, if you don't get a show to play, you're not going to be paid for your money. What about the online streaming apps as well?
Like I said, the online streaming doesn't belong to Ghana. All the platforms, all the distribution platforms, they are all outside. We don't have like a working Ghanaian platform that's owned by Ghanaians, that pays Ghanaians.
What about Uptown? It's not Ghanaian, right?
It's Ghanaian, but it's not accepted like that. For it to be scrape income or
income
royalties like the Apple Musics and the Spotify. It's a sad realization, but it is what it is. So
but what can be done about all these issues that, your songs are played for free, you don't get money out of it? Can something be really be done about it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have to talk until something works. We have to demonstrate. We have to move mountains till something actually works out. But we don't even have the leaders who would actually champion this cause. We are alone in this fight. So
it's sad. But Fonye, we have to wrap up. So tell us about your project, what you're working on. Is there going to be an EP or an album, or you're dropping a latest music video?
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, I want to say thank you for this platform. You guys are doing good. I have a project coming up with Senna Dagadu. Okay. Surprise. I'll be releasing the title and everything on my socials. So everybody go follow me. But it will actually bring out a video before it comes out. It's an EP project, a joint project we're working on. Like Senna Dagadu is, she's super talented.
I've heard that.
She's like all round, it's crazy. She's one of the artists who has really challenged me creative-wise, and I'm really honored to work with her. So yes, expect the video very soon, and then the entire project in itself.
But which part do you enjoy doing most? Based on me doing the music.
That's a good question. The creative side, I enjoy that. Yeah, I don't enjoy the mixing and mastering. Actually, I mix, I master.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that because it's so much work, but it's part of the process.
Yeah,
it's work. So I don't know. But I enjoy the writing side, the production side. We connect with my spirit when I'm producing, writing. I tell my story. Every song that I've ever released is like it's telling a story
of
my own story. Like they don't play you played.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a part of like somebody working for somebody. You don't want to pay, but you have to pay me. You have to respect the creator, respect whoever is doing any work for you. And as a producer, you know where this is.
Be like the money, you know, they come, so they enter you.
Oh yeah. Some they understand, they pay, but most of them don't understand that they have to pay producers. It's a problem. I don't stand for that. I don't stand.
As we speak now, it's still a problem.
It is actually.
Wow.
Every
And how do
producer
you
can
get the
attest.
best out of the producer?
Me, when you approach me now, when I started, I had to do a lot of free works. But from like 5 years ago, I don't. When you approach me, you approach me because of what I can do, because I'm very good at what I do. So you have to pay me. If you don't, please, sorry, bye-bye. And I think that's what everybody should stand for. You have to get paid. It's work at the end
Oh,
of the
so
day.
sorry, bye-bye.
You have to put your feet on the ground and say, yes,
Yeah.
I need to take my money first.
Exactly.
But financially, producing and being doing music, which one do you think it's more?
Well, I started releasing my own music 3 years ago. But so yeah, I would say the production. Yeah, the production has been very good. I've had connection with people from outside. I've worked for them till today. I have clients outside who seek like, sound engineering services and all that. I work for them. So the production is really pays. Internet as a Ghana there. If they don't pay me, I don't.
But when it comes to investing, do you invest more in the production or in the making of the music as a producer and an audio engineer?
No, I have invested more as an artist than I did as a producer. Yeah.
Interesting. And so yet still, you still move on to be an artist. You
Yes.
still maintain this. You want to do this forever.
It's a part of me. I will never stop. Even if like some challenges, even if it rains fire, I will still
Still go do
still go do it. Yeah.
All right.
You're up for it.
Ghanaians are ready for you. We are ready. But as Desi said, the kind of song you do, you produce for other Ghanaian artists, and you know that Ghanaians, we love this. Yeah, we love it. But yet still, you want to. Let me say that. Are you going to release commercial music?
Oh, that's a very good question. Yes, I have a song like that.
Yes. Okay, you do.
Yeah, I have a song like that. The title is Ashawo Vibe. Yeah, it's a normal piano song, but then it has a deeper
Ashawo Vibe.
Yeah, it has a deeper meaning. Like, when you listen to the song, you get my point. It's like everybody likes a good girl, but a good girl with a shower vibe.
Desi.
Not necessarily an
Do you
shower,
agree?
but a good girl who's bad
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the corner.
You like the good girl with a shower
All the
vibe.
inside.
Honestly,
good and bad at the same
if every
time.
man would be very honest, every man likes a
all
good
the
girl.
inside.
It doesn't even like good
One with a
girls.
shower
I mean,
in
you
the
can
No, it's not
extend it.
necessarily with their shower, but you see, they want the good girl,
Yeah.
but who can vibe to their vibe. Not necessarily being the church vibe, if I'm getting it right.
Exactly.
So
You are a good girl.
Not necessarily a shower.
Not a
shower
shower,
vibe.
but
The
see,
vibes should not be taken out
you
of
can
it.
be flexible for the guy, how the guy wants
Okay,
it.
it's a music conversation, not a relationship one. Let's get back to it. Okay.
So yes, I will be releasing them, but then
Yeah.
whatever I release, whether commercial or not, I try to bring a deeper meaning to it and not just enjoyment into young people.
Okay, it's been an interesting conversation. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up. So, I mean, message to Ghanaians that are watching, what to expect next, apart from your music with Senna.
Oh yes, Ganesh, you expect like dope stuff from me. Yes, no matter the challenges, we're still doing it, and we'll keep doing it for the audience. I have like a really dedicated like love from a few of my fans that it's really awesome to my songs to be played in clubs in the UK and all. Like these things motivate the artists to continue. I just started releasing my own music like 3 years ago. So yes, they should expect just dope song. Those who love my music, thank you. God bless you. Big shout outs to Reggie Rockstone. Shout outs to everybody who has supported me. To the whole Hydraulics music team. Yeah, big shout outs, man.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. I mean, we are here for you. Wherever, anytime you release a new one, we'll be here to talk about it for you. Yeah.
I just think I like how today we've had surprises. You know, people that you don't think that they are doing stuff, but like they'll come and say, "Oh, no, I did this, I did this thing." You're like, okay, so then to the end, it's good.
It's good.
It's good. We had you here. So Nana.